Well, hello and welcome back to another part of our review of 2020, catching up with our contributors throughout the year. Some say that this fellow's been the greatest contributor. I take offence to that, but I'm joined by the exile Dub, who looks like he's in the car. Perhaps he's trying to get back to Dublin for the Christmas period. I know he really misses us up here in the capital. But Tommy Lyons, good to see you. How are we doing?
Yeah, good, Ian. Yeah. We're just trying to get last minute stuff done before the end of the year. We think we've everything sorted now, so yeah, we're good to go, I think.
Yeah, because you have a heap of kids to be buying for, of course.
Well, I was in a rush to get them all out at one stage, all right.
I'm one behind you, but I can promise you that's where I'm going to stay. Tommy, it's been an eventful 2020. You know, obviously we could talk all day and all night about pandemics and whatnot, but on the track, I think the Canine Stars really did brighten up proceedings.
Yeah, they did. Like, I think we talked about it, Ian, and we just, everybody involved did exceptionally well to get through the year and get so much packed into such a short space of time. It's been an horrific year, really and truly, for so many people. I had my own issue. My poor father passed away earlier in the year. It's been that type of difficult year where you couldn't have proper funerals, and look, we don't want to be getting maudlin about it. So it was nice that the work behind the scenes, in the IGB or GRI now as it is, worked so well to get the action on the track, to kind of get people minds away from all the stuff that's been happening off track. It was actually turned out to be a pretty fantastic year in terms of performances, in terms of the quality of the greyhounds that we saw. So credit due to a lot of people for getting through it, just a difficult time.
There were so many highlights on the track. I'm sure you could have talked all day and all night. We did our review of 2020 and, it was a lot to get through, because as I said, there were so many highlights, some very obvious ones. A lot of people have picked. How did you side with your choices? You were to make two, one sort of relatively local and one nationwide. Which way did you side, Tommy?
Of course, a lot of people would have gone with the Laurels because it produced a great final and a great result, and I'm just delighted for Johnny Linehan. He'd won a lot of classics, or he'd won classics in the past, but this one meant an awful lot more to him being local. But it was another local success that kind of the start of the year. It signaled the start of the pandemic too, or what we were being put through with it, I suppose, the lockdown. When Wolfe won the Easter Cup, I was just so delighted. The Maloney family in Castlemartyr are good friends of mine. They're great friends of Greyhound racing in Youghal and in Currageen Park. For them to win the Easter Cup with Wolfe was just fantastic. I mean, they've put a lot into Greyhound racing over the years. They've had a lot of great greyhounds go agonisingly close, and if anybody deserved a little bit of success in 2020, I thought it was the Maloney. So I was just thrilled to see Wolfe win it. I mean, he was in so many finals, a bit like Sonic before him and other good dogs that the Maloneys have had. So to get it done on the big stage, unfortunate that there weren't people there, but so what? It goes down in the history books. It'll always be written that Wolfe won the Easter Cup. So yeah, I was thrilled for the Maloneys. That was a good start to the year. Good start to what was a bad period, let's be honest about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was one of the very last nights we had on track before the lockdown. As you say, a very special night for a dog that meant a lot to a lot of people. He's been one of those dogs that's been at the very highest level for quite some time. He deserved to be a big one, and it didn't come easy to him. He had to really work hard for it, but I suppose he showed his class, his determination, and basically fate was destiny. There was a touch of destiny about it. He had to win this one.
Well, there was, Ian, because you know what, he was a dog that had just had so many near misses, and you thought, if he misses the kick, he'll be in trouble again. But when he needed, he dug it out, and that's, to me, was just it was such a highlight, honestly, because we've been through it with the Maloney family. You kind of get caught up in their dogs and how well they're doing, and you want them to win. And we stood on the stands for Derby finals, hoping that they'd win them, and it just didn't work out. And I thought for the first few seconds of the Easter Cup, it wasn't working out again. But look, Wolfe was a classy dog. He really top class sort. He went to loads of finals, and he deserved to get it. So yeah, look, it worked out in the end, but it was never going to be straightforward for the Maloneys. I'm sure they'll say that themselves.
Certainly not. And now he's in the breeding paddocks. He'll be throwing some stars in the future, I'm sure.
I'm sure he will, Ian, actually. And they probably deserve a little bit of luck in that front too. I have been talking to a few people who have Sonics on the ground too, and they're quite excited about them. So I think 2021 will show him in a good light too as a sire. So plenty to look forward to. Your
second choice, Tommy.
Second choice, I mean, they could have been a good few of them. I like Ballymac Ariel and what she might do for next year, but the Eddie Lingan, I don't know that Eddie would be that well known around the country, but by God, I've got a height of respect for him as a trainer. He doesn't bring dogs to the track, for sport. He when he brings them, they're ready to win. They're really well reared. They're really well done. And just to see the two greyhounds go around the first bend in front in the Derby final, the two that he had bred out of Maggie's Wish, and to see Deerjet Sydney actually go and win the Derby was a huge fillip for Eddie. I think he might have come a little bit more to prominence to people from that success. I think he deserved it. A serious trainer, say one that might go under the radar a little bit, but come down around our area, Ian, down to Cork, and you'll hear a lot about Eddie. He's highly respected as a trainer, and obviously as a breeder now. It was huge. I was chatting to him after the English Derby, and he was just so excited about it. Just, as he said himself, it would have been delighted to be able to go over. It just, the way things were, it just couldn't happen. It's been that sort of unfortunate year, but I think he'll take the success, and he'll hopefully that the next few litters of Maggie's Wish might produce something pretty special as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed for him. But he was definitely another highlight of the year for me.
You'd like to think that someone's after taking a screenshot of the two dogs, first and second, off the second bend in Nottingham, and he has it on his wall.
Oh, I'm sure he has. I mean, he was the proudest man in Ireland that night. It was a great success for the Buckleys as well. They've been chasing an English Derby for quite a while, and they'd won just about everything else. So Deerjet City to get the job done was nice. But from my point of view, I was just delighted for Eddie, a gentleman, and honestly, really and truly, a really, really, really good greyhound trainer.
Here we are at the end of 2020, Tommy. What are you looking forward to in 2021?
I think we've had enough, which had enough in 2020 to whet the appetite for 2021. It has been really, really good, better than we could have anticipated. Considering all that had to go on behind the scenes just to get it going ahead. We've seen some pretty special performances towards the end of the year. Ballymac Ariel, an obvious one. Billy's Diva in the National Puppy Stake final, chasing her all the way. We've got quality all over the track in all areas, between bitches and dogs in all trips. So look at this. I think there's loads to look forward to. Just obviously, they don't want to put too much of a dampener on it, but just the last couple of days with what's happening over across the water isn't exactly. I had been looking forward to plenty, and hopefully we've been seeing the end of this pandemic. We thought we had. This is a little bit of a hiccup along the road, but there's enough in the greyhound racing, I think, to get us over that, and it's important that it continues to go ahead. Maybe it's a setback that people won't be able to be on the tracks. Unfortunately, the way we have to look at that is, so be it. As long as we can keep the entertainment going and keep the good greyhounds coming to the tracks, we can have them for when the time does come that people can return. Hopefully, it'll be before the Derby next year. Maybe I'm being optimistic, maybe I'm being pessimistic. I don't know. That's the kind of situation we're in at the moment, Ian. We really haven't a clue where we stand. Just get the good dogs out. The beauty of it is now we hopefully will have a clear run with the calendar. And if we have that in, that's going to give the opportunity for all those good dogs that we've seen in 2020 to come out in 2021. There's a huge amount to look forward to. None more so than Ballymac Ariel. Obviously, what she's done. You and I actually talked via text about this the other night, and we thought her run, even though it was a couple of spots slower than the previous week, was close to track record effort, in the sense that the track seemed to be a little bit back. If you take back what you and I thought that the track was back, it was pretty close to track record stuff, and I think she'll do it next year. I think she'll break a track record. So, I mean, you can't get any more exciting than that.
No, you certainly can't, Tommy. Listen, there's not much more to be said. I'll be talking to you over the coming days, I'm sure. But for the purposes of ending this talk, I'm just going to say to you, have a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And rumour has it we'll be doing a few more chats in 2021.
I look forward to it, Ian. Yeah, and Happy Christmas to you and to everybody who's watching, and a Happy New Year. Hopefully next year will be even better than this year.
And hopefully we'll all be on track.
Yes, of course. Yeah, hopefully.
Great. Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks, Ian.
And there is the bell. The final of the 2020 Lambrooks Easter Cup. In 1, Ballymac Anton. 2, Mertz Boer. 3 is Wolfe. In 4, Lowhill Josh. 5, Razzle Dazzle Peaky. And 6, Ballymac in Speed. Here up behind Traps. Racing, one of two of them charging traps, and it's two. Mertz Boher took a flyer. Wolfe up his inside, but it's Mertz Boher from trap 3. Wolfe seemed to ease off slightly there, and Mertz Boher leads into the back. The 1-2 for Graham Holland. 1 Ballymac Anton third, and then comes 6 Ballymac in speed to the third bend, and Wolfe charges up the inside of Mertz Boher, who tries to close the door. It's 1 and 2 still for Graham Holland. Wolfe, Mertz Boher, Ballymac Anton closing up the inside off the final bend, and Wolfe will do it. He wins a big one. Wolfe, the Labrooks Easter Cup winner, from in second Ballymac Anton and 6 Ballymac in speed. The winning time 29.89. No one could begrudge Wolfe a victory in one of the majors.
He's happy, waves his flag for the final of the Star Sports and Art Greyhound Derby. Good luck to all 6 connections as the hare makes its way to the traps. And away and racing, and Deerjet Sydney has bounced out the boxes. Trouble there, Wolfe collided into his kennel mate, and it's Deerjet Sydney, some 2 lengths clear from Smurf's Machine. His brother has turned second. Then comes Ballydor Valor, who started to pick up. Calder Valley Chick in behind. As they reach the third turn, it's Deerjet Sydney, 3.5 lengths clear. Ballydor Valor is edging ever closer, clear from Calder Valley Chick, up towards the line. Deerjet Sydney is all out from Ballydor Valor, and Deerjet Sydney has won it for Kenny Glenn, and Pat Buckley, the Irish Raider, wins the 2020 Star Sports and Art Greyhound Derby final in style.